Hey, welcome back to DIY Willy. Today we've got the 2012 NISSAN Frontier, the one we've done some work on before. I think in the last video we did the carrier bearing, and today's video we're going to do the 2.5-degree shims on the rear axle to correct the pinion angle. So you've all seen this truck before. It's a pretty nice truck, and I started putting the 2.5-degree shims in there, and I just totally forgot about getting the camera and capturing it for a video. I just totally forgot, but I got this side done, and well, we can look at the other side. Let me just start by saying, anytime that you put the rear of the truck up in the air on jack stands, it's always a good idea to put wheel stops under the front wheels and chock them really good on both sides. I've got the vehicle supported in the middle on the frame with jack stands, and I've got both tires off. Alright, I'm going to take the shocks off, and I'm going to loosen up the U-bolts on the leaf springs, and we'll get this thing taken apart. Now on this truck, and it may happen with others, I always loosen up the brake line and let it come down along with your speed sensor wire, so that as the axle drops it doesn't put stress on these. It's always a good idea. So I've got the shock undone now, and I'm going to get the U-bolts next. Alright, so I've got the U-bolts undone. Here's the U-bolts here, and it really needs some light, doesn't show much. Anyway, here's the U-bolts. Here's the block I took off. This is a 2-inch block. It's got a little bit of a degree on it, not much. So we're going to add more, and now I need to get this center pin out and replace it with a longer one for the shim that goes in here. And anytime you're going to take the center pin out, you've got to clamp the spring in to hold the spring pack together. I always just use a couple C-clamps just like that, and it'll hold it perfectly. Then I can loosen the center bolt and remove the center bolt, put the new longer center bolt with the degree shim on it, and well, I'll show you that when we get there. All right. Boy, it's a hot one here in San Diego, and sucks when you got to do this work like this in this heat, because it's unbearable sometimes. I've got my hat on, my hat's wet on the inside, so it kind of cools my head. Got the dirty old umbrella up, and we're trying to do this job as much as we can, as fast as we can, to get out of this heat. That's the trouble of living here in Southern California. It's kind of like a desert, but we'll get this work done. Hopefully with the installation of these degree shims, it'll correct the drive shaft pinion angle and eliminate the vibration that we were getting from this truck. Alright, so here's the 2.5-degree shim installed with the longer center pin or center bolt for the spring. I can now, this bolt is tight, and I can now remove the C-clamps without having any problems. But I just wanted to show that it's installed. Looks good, and now I'll get the C-clamps off. We can put the blocks back in and bring the axle back up. Well, I did want to mention that the axle is being supported. I did want to mention that the axle is being supported by the floor jack right now. You never want to let it just hang on its own. And when you're doing it like this without 2 jacks or something like this, where I'm only using 1 jack in the driveway, I always want to do one side at a time, leaving the other side attached when you do the opposite side. That way you have good control over the axle position, and it's not wobbly all over the place. So I have yet to torque the U-bolts. As soon as I get this side put back together and the wheels on and the truck back on the ground, then I'll torque the U-bolts to 100 foot-pounds. There you go. Everything's back together. The degree shims are in there. They're 2.5 degrees. Shocks put back on. U-bolts are tight. So I usually run the U-bolts in with my impact, trying to keep them pretty evenly spaced to keep the bottom plate kind of center on the axle. You don't want more on one side or the other. And my lines are still loose, but I'll fix those once I get the car back down on the ground. And the other side's done. I'm just going to go ahead and put the tires on and get it off the jack stands, and we'll see how the degree worked. Now I also have the axle vent mod to do on this truck, and I'm going to do it in this video. Right now we'll just take a look at the parts and go ahead and put that mod in too, so the axle breathes. But yeah, for the most part it's done. We'll get it back on the ground and we'll wrap the video up. Alright guys, so the truck is done. The shims were installed, the carrier bearings done, and well, it's still got a little bit of vibration. You can see the pinion angle right there, and you know, it could have used maybe a 4-degree shim. We used to use 3-degree shims a lot back in the day when I did lift kits and lowering kits. Before, we would use 3-degree shims, and it always seemed to work. This was a 2.5-degree shim. The only other shim I could get was a 4. I was hoping the 2.5 would work, but it still does have a little bit of vibration under acceleration, and but it is a lot lighter, so I guess it'll be okay for now. If the customer decides he wants to try 4-degree shims, then we'll have to get new center pins again and get the bigger shim. Alright, so we finished up the install of those 2.5-degree shims. It went well. It was easy. It's just time consuming taking everything apart. While I was in there, while we were in there, we also did the vent mod to the axle and gave it a little bit extra hose here to travel with for articulation. I can put the links in the description to the parts that I used to make this. I didn't necessarily buy a kit. I actually bought individual pieces and put it together, and it was fairly inexpensive. So there's the shims you see, and they're installed. Those are 2.5-degree shims, and probably should have went with 4. They don't have 3-inch, or I couldn't find 3-inch anyway. All I could find were 2.5 and 4, and I probably should have went with 4. But this worked. It took away a lot of the... So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And always come back to DIY Willy for your Frontier needs. Maybe possibly the Suzuki Samurai, the Silverado, or the mini bikes, of course. I always have a lot of fun with the mini bikes. So thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel, watching my videos, and I'll see you next time.